What's up, me Raandigars? We're back with another Persona video. So I'm making this video quick. By the way, I have a running nose, so if you see me breathe a lot or something, apologize. So I'm in a post. What are things you hate in Persona or in the Persona community? Comment below. I'll make a video on this one, and if this post gets enough comments, it got 6. I could have waited on this and be like, hey, I should wait on this and maybe some more comments, maybe 7 or 8 are in there, but I said, comment below, I'll make a video on this when and if this... Oh, sorry about that. So, let's go. Zamu8x8 says, the ship between Akechi and Ren. I mean, come on. Spoiler alert. I haven't played Royal. I don't mind it. I've only played the OG5, so let's just go. Akechi kills the dude and smiles about it afterwards. I'm also not sure if Ren is going to date the guy who killed Futaba's mom and has no regret. Okay, so this is something I do know. So I started playing Persona 5 was my first game. It was 2020. The thing is that when I played Persona 5, I went into the community. I was like, alright. I completed the game. I was like, alright, time to go into the community. I played the game. Nothing to spoil. 2020, just prior to release of... Was it 2019? I don't know. But 2020, prior to release of, Royal. I was like, dude, why are people saying Akechi and Ren? Because, bro, it was one of those things where, this guy's evil. What? I never got the picture. And then Royal came out. I haven't played Royal, but I've heard that the Confidant, his social link, is actually where people get the more from it, so... I don't know. On a side note, just because P1 and P2 are old doesn't mean they're bad games. I agree. Okay, I agree with this. This is something I'll talk about. Alright, so this is something I did want to talk about. I don't think I have. I think maybe in one video. But, I don't get why Atlus just doesn't port them as is in modern consoles. They can do remakes in the future, but the reason I say... Persona 1, I don't like this. This sucks. I'm sorry, I don't like this. Because the problem is this is a random encounter game. And in, Persona 1, it's just oh, you have to go... It's a 2D environment. And you can't really navigate where you're going. It's just go there and feel like it. That's just... I always felt because the first person is just... until you go there, you can understand and get the layout. Persona 2, however. This... is really good. I don't understand, this has its charm. This is just how indie games are now. This is just a 2D indie game, if you think about it. They port it. People are gonna love it. Right now, what we get? Dragon Quest 2D, 3D remake, something like that? This is that, technically. So, I just feel a lot of people don't understand this. This game, sure. I don't mind these. They're also... alright, but I think Persona 2, they just ported, they did. Because here's the thing, Persona 1's gameplay, I'll be honest, sucks, where it's just oh, you're just dead. But we have seen that when they port these games, they do add some quality of life changes, so they can just pull that in. And, I don't understand why Atlus just doesn't do this. Yeah, remake them in the future, but put a modern port, and this will make everyone happy. Those that want remake, they got that. Those that want this, they got that. I do agree, P1 story is really good. Gameplay, my main issue is the game just literally decides, hey, you're dead, you're dead. That's it. And the first person thing. Persona 2 is really good. I played the PSP version of Innocence Sin. It was too easy, but it's a good game. So people don't... Wait. Was this scripted or... People don't support Akechi and Ren. I mean, come on, spoil. No, okay. Either, is there a way to check? Oh, I gotta do this. Newest first. Let's go down. Yeah. Oh, maybe I could be wrong. Maybe it's just a coincidence. For me, I think this is Zamu8x8 or 88 commented, and then Poison Tune commented. All right, let's just put it at top. Sure, I don't mind. These videos are supposed to be fun. People who don't support Akechi and Ren, I mean, come on, spoiler. Akechi is literally obsessed with Ren, and it shows throughout the game. Akechi gives that I hate him, but secretly love him type of energy. Definitely not saying it's canon, but it's probably is why people love to. Okay, yeah, this is what I was talking about. This is just me. I guess you can say ignorant because I haven't played Royal. I'm playing it, but like I haven't played Royal. I played like OG5, and in OG5, there's no Akechi Confidant. There's no third semester. There's no Akechi this. There's no this. Akechi is a villain there. Like sure, at the end he's like, please kill Shiro, like stuff like that. But like at the end, it's just like, bro hates you. Bro is the villain. Like I can't comment on this. I do understand the point of ships where people get annoyed because most of them are non-canon. For me, I only care about the canon ships. So basically, Junpei Shidori, Ulala Baofu, and Maki and Naoya. But other than that, I don't really care about them. One more thing. I did make this because I had a feeling ships were gonna be here. So it's like a cheesy little plan of mine so that I could like discuss some people's thoughts on ships. So Sivapalusu, let's go. The thing I hate about what Atlus is doing these days is that they are shown to be sexist and homophobes. Homophones is the vocabulary thing, but yeah, I know what you mean. They are not giving any female protagonists, which would be fine if they give justified reasons. However, girls don't move to small towns is a ridiculous Wait, I got this. I don't know what's the actuality behind it because I can't find the source. People are calling her Marie in a Yosuke mix. I mean, that's what they do. Even if you look at the Joker's P, like, 5 female counterpart. Which would be fine if they give justified reasons. However, girls, I couldn't find this. Can I get, like, a source for this? Because I do know there was supposed to be a P5, like, female protagonist, but I don't know about this. I just found out that there was supposed to be, even though I need to go check it. So I feel like Atlus wants to punch women. Whoa, with these stupid. Oh, okay. Stupid excuse. I'm dumb. I should read. I hope Atlus puts effort into creating a female protagonist in the next Persona game like P3. In addition, they have not been adding any homosexual relationships. I don't get it because they can make these relationships completely optional. I hope that in P6 you'll see at least one homosexual relationship. It'll be funny for people who want to see a homosexual, and people who don't like can just take the platonic route. Bro, have you seen what people are these days? Listen, I always say this. I'm a Muslim, enemy of LGBTQ. But I have also said this, that like if they add homosexual routes, I'm not gonna do them. But here's the thing. If people want them, just do it. It's money. It's free money. You're a business. It's free money. I mean, not free money, but they have to make it. But you know what I mean. Like, yeah. And people are gonna still get mad. Like, Atlus gone woke, which is funny. People talk about no homosexual relationships, but like, I think SMT, there's no dating in that, but there's like some, like they have inclusion in that. And then Catherine has this inclusion. Either, like, Atlus just never thought of it, or the people that work on Persona are homosexuals. I don't know. Like, I just don't know. There's like the executive, I guess, is like, that's like controlling the Persona operations is like, no, we will only have straight relationships. I don't know. Yeah. Overall, I want to see more female protagonists in the next Persona games. Who cares? This is something I want to see. Will they add the Yosuke relationship in remake? Because here's the thing. Ryuji Sho in P3 got a hint. We got a hint. But Yosuke, it was in the data. They just never did it. So this is something I am like curious to know about in Persona 4. This, I wouldn't call them sexist, because here's the thing. This is one thing I will add. The community, I guess, is a big thing. Me personally, I want Persona 6 to have a female protagonist. But if you look at it, the last Persona game with a female protagonist was 2 games earlier. If you count, like, I guess if you want to add Royal and Golden, 4 games earlier. Because here's the thing. After Portable, we got 4, which does not have a which has a male protagonist, sorry. and then we got Golden, which could have had a male protagonist, but then they went with the extended route. We got 5, which was supposed to have one, but if you go back and look at the P5 development, it was development hell. That's why I think Depressed Luffy, I saw his video, he said the right thing, where I think he thinks that Atlus just wants to show Persona 5 when Persona 6, when Persona 6 is completely done, and they like can release it in a year or a few months. He said something along those lines. So that is something I do agree, because like he gave the example of Kingdom Hearts 4, which makes sense because the development release cycle of Persona 6 is hell. It sucks. It's terrible. Like, so many delays. Like, it was Cyberpunk. Like, the thing is, it was Cyberpunk, but Cyberpunk was forced to release, or like, not forced, but like, CD Projekt Red could have been like, you know, just ignore the people and be like, hey, come on, like, give out some proper statements. But like, I feel like I do want a female protagonist for Persona 6. It is time, but I feel like we have 2 female protagonists, Maya and Kotone. Technically, I guess in the answer, but the thing is, like, I feel like they're not sexist. This I just want to know, homophobes. This I want to know. Like, you see other Atlus games, they have inclusion, and then you see Persona where I guess the people in the operations are just homophobes. I don't know. Captain M27, shippers who won't allow you to enjoy the characters as they are in the game. Example, Joker. Dude, what's up with Joker and Akechi only? Makoto and Ryoji. Oh, P3. For some reason, P5 came into my mind. Same thing with Transfer. No, okay, this one, yeah, I do get it. This one, let's ignore it. Kanji is the type of character that acts gay but then says he's not gay. So, like, sure. But, like, here's the thing. This one, I'll be honest, hate me. If you're new here, subscribe. I'm Muslim, trying to like enemy of the LGBTQ. I'm gonna say this again, but this one, I just feel like it's because of how times have changed. Like, back in the day, this was a big thing where women in workforce and everything. So that's what Naoto was, you know, geared towards for Atlus. And then now we are in 2025, like what, over 10 years later, even 15, I guess. And the problem is now the global, how should I say, the current affairs or global affairs or global issues or world issues, they're more focused on, like, you know, the trans rights and stuff like that. So like, people look at Naruto where, like, I can understand why people are like kind of now changing the message for Naruto, when I feel like I don't like it because it kind of changes the purpose of the character. But at the end of the day, I'll talk about this. I never care about ships unless they're canon. I'll say this again, like Bao for Ulala, Naoya and Mark technically, and Shidori and Junpei. These I never cared because I just look at the community. Hey, if they're enjoying themselves, have at it. But at the same time, this one does hurt me a bit because I look at it and go, you already know what this is. I can't say it on video, I think. And people enjoying the... oh, yeah, this is... oh, God. Yeah, this one is... yeah, this one is... by the way, it's a running... I have running nose, so I'm pausing in the middle. Sorry about that. This one... there are some... I guess the current terminology is gooners. That's what people say. Yeah, I hate this one. This is something... okay. There's one thing I will add I have changed in my thinking. Is back in the day, if you're... I don't know when you've subscribed, but if you're old, like on my channel, which is a small channel, so I don't know. I used to say that the My Hero Academia community is the peak, right? And this was one of the reasons where it was just like... just it's such action shown, and we don't need to go there. But like, the thing was, like, now, like, I was on Twitter, like, it's been months, and then I changed my thinking. Is like, someone either came out as trans or on like transitioning, I don't know, and that person had like a Fuka fan, then people were bullying that person, and I was like, damn, if I say the Persona community isn't that toxic, it's like I'm trying to attack people. Because it's one of those things where if I say, like, My Hero Academia's peak toxicity and Persona is here, like, it's one of those things where if some people that are facing toxicity and bullying, I'm kind of ignoring them. So that is one thing. And this is one of the reasons too, where if people, if right now, Captain M27 commented this, I sit down and say, well, My Hero Academia does it more, so they suck more. No, this also sucks, even if it's less. This is terrible, and I hate the argument, like the argument they're fictional characters. The problem isn't that they're fictional characters. The problem is, why are you attracted to them in the first place to sexualize them this bad? That kind, like, I know some people make the argument it's just fictional, but like, it's, I don't know, it just mentally hurts. People who spoil the game story without, I'm sorry about that, that's me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, that's me. I used to be careful, but now I just, like, in these hot takes and these type of videos, I just blast. Alright, this one is me. I'll try to shut myself up now. Gatekeepers that tell you not playing the game, though, ignore these people. Like, I sometimes say that, like, the people justify P3 PS2 version with mods. Like, you can play whatever you want. My main issue is that people will look at reload, they'll say it sucks, then use the mod where you can control party members for the PS2 and say this is better, and it's like, no, that's not how it's supposed to play. But other than that, if you enjoy it, go ahead. Like, hey, if you, I don't know, you know what, yeah, I hate Ken. If you hate Ken from P3, if you have a mod to remove it, go ahead. If you enjoy, yeah, lovers with their colored pixel characters that'll hate on you and bring an army of internet warriors to fight you. What the hell is this? Lovers with their colored OCs. I actually don't know what this means. I'm sorry. Didn't see a lot of this type in fandom, but had to be mentioned. The one who can't differentiate between fiction and reality, to the point of believing that humans are better than anything and can kill. Wait, I remember seeing someone who doesn't have enough knowledge about Islam saying that P5 taught it. Whoa! Okay, wait. By the way, I'm a Muslim, so yeah, like, this is something up my alley. What? Hold up. All right, oh wait. I wrote this. Let's write Reddit. You know what? Let me give me a moment. I mean, I got this. I mean, I did saw some other people asking about SMT and Persona. What the heck? Let me read. Some of the blame is on P5 for this, and the other is on him for absorbing everything the game offered and not having self-control to differentiate what's good and bad to learn, and also shouldn't be talking about Allah if he doesn't know about the religion he's talking, or any religion, to don't trigger the belief. What? Okay, first of all, if Captain, I don't know if what your religious beliefs are. If you're Muslim, then Muslim brothers, but let's talk about this, because this might be a sensitive topic, but I feel like I can talk about it because I'm a Muslim myself. First of all, there's a thing called Iman, which is belief, like how strong your belief is on Islam and Allah. If someone feels like if something, not just Persona or anything, is diverting them from Islam, just leave that thing and strengthen your Iman, your belief. Secondly, this shouldn't be something that a fictional, because at that point, every JRPG, most medias in anime and a lot of things, you shouldn't even watch. I'm a Dragon Ball fan, I shouldn't even watch Dragon Ball. I'm Batman, DC, like, these things exist. Yeah, in a sense, yeah, they're wrong, but like, you shouldn't be influenced by them. I did not know about this. What the heck? This is, like, it's weird, but yeah, I agree with the last part about really too many people basing Allah or other figures off a video game is bad, especially when, oh, okay, I did not know about that too. This is new to me. Again, like, I know about the memes in the SMT community where religious parents, SMT is what religious parents believe Pokemon is, like, back in the day. So SMT is that. It's I don't know. And by the way, yeah, do learn about the religion. By the way, here's one thing I will add about Islam. You should know is if I talk about something Islam related or Quran related or Hadith or Sunnah, Here's the thing: you should always ask for source, and if the other person isn't telling you, find the source, because a lot of people just talk out of nowhere, and when you're looking at hadiths, you need to also look at if it's authentic and stuff like that. All right. Then Duroblum 4831 says P3R was my first Persona game and therefore my first contact with the community. And I gotta say, my first impression was, wow, these people can surely be a pain when it comes to remakes. Oh, really? Sure, you can see a lot of people praising the P3R, but everywhere you go, you see people complaining for this. Yo, thank you! Yeah! Sure, you can see. Oh, wait, yeah. It's like they would only be happy with P3R if it was 100% same as FES or Portable, whatever version of P3 they played, and that includes the VAs, the songs, the characters, personalities, etc. Oh, my phone. Alright, I'm back. What is like happy with, yeah, character personality. Forcing gay ships onto everything, don't get me wrong, I think gay romance routes would be in the end of the world or anything like that. I even believe they could be an interesting addition, but a good chunk of the community likes to act like they're canon. I'm looking... Dude! This one is funny to me. This whole video has there been any comment that does? I guess yes, but except for Siba, everybody has mentioned this. Everybody has mentioned this, but I know this is prominent. But okay, Alvin goes far as saying some of those romances feel out of place. UXSA is the prime example. Your broske being anything but your bro would feel bad. I mean, this one exists because there was like in the data, right? Assuming things that aren't canon, good examples are the good and trans now turned by kanji discussion, especially kanji. Might be gay, sure, but the game is never explicit about that. And for crying out loud, his entire character is something else entirely. Him being gay or not is completely irrelevant to the game, and people obsess with it for some random reason. It's like they want someone in the game to be gay, no matter who it is. Even if they have to pretend it's canon, if he is gay, whatever, but people need to stop acting like it is confirmed. Yeah, this is one thing I do agree, but this is, you can say that about any ship, right? Like people, I just say, hey, if they want to enjoy. Yeah, here's the thing. Don't be toxic about it. If you come to me and be like, I think, let's just take a basic one. Joker and Makoto, Joker and Queen, right? Ren and Makoto. I sit down, I'll say, okay, sure, yeah, cool. I'm not a part of it, but if you enjoy it, don't go start saying this is the canon one. You need to accept it or you die. Don't do that, and don't go going people's throat. Like Captain M27 said. Here's the thing: you're playing the game. It should be like enjoy the game how it should be played. As for the game, then I hate the adult romance options in P5. They make no sense and are still creepy. The entire first arc of the game demonizes Kamoshida and then lets you play a high schooler data those. Of course, none of the dating compares to what Kamoshida is with all his students, but that doesn't make it less gross. It's awkward and awful to watch. I am a Chihaya fan, but I think most of the dating is off, because then there are people they're sexualizing underage characters, and then there are people that like... I do agree with this, because on one hand you're in high school, on second hand it's an RPG, so you're playing a role. So yeah, this one I can't comment on much. I have to think about this. P3 and P5 are too easy. I want them to be harder. And no, the Okumura Palace and boss fight are not hard. They're easy as hell with just the average build. They're annoying. Maybe P4G levels of difficulty. There's a lot of P4G I will say has the best difficulty. I've said this before. The reason is P4G is the only game one of, like, when I say only, take it with a grain of salt, only game which uses the most, like, mechanics of Persona game. Now, mind you, I hate the Kubo boss fight, but most, like, it uses most of the mechanics. Like, I love the Namatame boss fight. I love the, like, Cheto Teddy boss fight. This, I do agree with somewhat, especially this. This game is piss easy. I don't know what to, like, what's funny is, when they release the Answer DLC, that's well balanced. This is, and I don't know, like, what the hell were they thinking? Either the health bars of the enemies are low or the defense options, but like, the enemies, here's the thing, all they need to do for reload is make the enemy's HP bigger and increase a bit of their attack stats. Because for some reason, it's like, they just die like this. And in a game like Persona, because it is still RNG, it's a turn-based RPG, there's some RNG involved, like luck-based involved. In a sense, like, the longer you are in a fight, the more likely you're gonna die in the game. So I just don't understand why they did this with reload, especially when TUGs. It just feels like they never tested it, and then they were like, okay, yeah, we're gonna do better for the answer. So yeah, and do add this. Like adding these like gimmicks to enemies is important, because this is something I might just talk about in a separate video. But the hardest boss fight outside of the Velvet Room attendants is like what, Reaper, right? But here's my question to you. Why are the Velvet Room attendants strong? Why is Lavenza and the twins strong? They can do all out attacks. Why is Margaret the weakest? Because she doesn't do anything. Why is Elizabeth really strong? She has these rules. I know it sounds annoying, but in a game where you have so much of like stuff you can do, you want the enemy to do the same. Why? Because you have the same amount of BS. I don't understand why in Reload, Nyx, Takai had, Nyx, Jin, so many of these characters did not have their own special TUGs. Why doesn't they do all out attacks when you fight them in the bridge? Why can't Takai and Jin do that? Why can't Nyx do something similar? Like, it's like Persona games, the player have gotten strong, but the enemies have stayed there. So it's like this. You as a player are here, the enemies are here. Like, why not just make them balance? Like, oh, if you can do TUGs, so can the enemy. If you can do all out attacks, so can the enemy. Like, that's it. That's all they need to do. This one I do agree. This is something I'll make a separate video on that. But alright, my Raandigars, hope you enjoyed this video. I think which was I can't speak. Yeah, this one shocked me. I gotta look into this. What the hell is this? Like, I gotta look into this. But alright, my Raandigars, hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, click on note bell. I'll see you guys next time with another Persona, Shin Megami, Fairy Tail, Dragon Ball, whatever video. Consider subscribing. I'm trying to make this YouTube thing an actual thing. I'm looking to stop recording. Bye.